Peace, peace. I hope everything good with you and yours. You already know. Got a huge upper body appetite, you heard? Let me start this thing up. Let me get in the groove. I ain't gonna be on here too long, but I'm gonna be on here for a good amount of time real quick, you heard? Let me get to it real quick. Uh, you know, the day started off a little dealing with some resistance. But I don't mind that though. You heard? Yeah, like I was saying though, I hope everything good with you and yours. Yeah. You know, today definitely woke up with more resistance and just more so in my own just you know, what I mean is it's just like that sometimes. My day became better, and what I learned is over time, over the years, you know, and fairly recent. When I mean fairly recent, it took me much longer to really understand the control that I possess in terms of how I process, cope with life in terms of my thinking, my perception. So I just wanted to speak a little bit about that. But yeah, as you see in the title, as I mentioned, I got a huge upper body craving, appetite. Pardon me. I didn't put craving in the title. A huge upper body appetite this entire week. I just been wanting to hit that upper body. Like I said, I ain't even do legs this week, you heard? So, and I ain't tripping off of that, because I still feel fantastic. You dig? Let me get some of these push-ups in. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying though, I had a I got a huge upper body appetite this week, this whole week. My upper body just been giving me great demands to solely focus on that. And it's a beautiful thing. The reason why I say it's a beautiful thing, because I love fitness. You know, this is my go-to for me to, you know, center myself back into. Well, what's up, Buck? Salute. How you? What up? How you? What's up? Yeah, we out here, y'all. As I mentioned in the title, I got a huge upper body appetite this week. But I also mentioned in the title, get my mind right. Oh, I love fitness. I don't just like it. I love it. I don't just like it. I love it. You heard? I don't just like it. I love it. Book. So, yeah, I love fitness. Like I was saying, this is my go-to. And again, as I mentioned, starting off today, nothing in particular as far as personal drama, nothing like that. Sometimes it just be the energy that we wake up with that isn't necessarily the most positive, and that's okay because that's about, the existence as far as us being connected to the things that go on out of our control. And when I say out of our control, not that we're not in control, but what I'm saying is when and I'm keeping on the eye, but we could relate. If we don't wake up in such a positive space, it's our duty, our responsibility to realign ourselves back in the space of what's best for us, to where we're not going to do anything to compromise our well-being, and nothing extreme, but just, getting caught up in anything that could slightly get us wrapped up into the very things that challenge us just on a day-to-day with, or what can challenge us more so with people. Oh, you don't speak English? It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about that. But you write in English, so you speak a little bit of English, right? Let's get this money. So like I was saying, woke up with more resistance than I, would like to deal with. Again, nothing in particular as far as just life. Just our makeup of being human. You know what I'm saying? But again, how we choose to go about dealing with the part of us that we don't favor, we have to pick our outlet, and mine's is fitness. I used to strong. Appreciate you. Salute the book, y'all. Book is in the building. So yeah, again, I woke up dealing with quite a bit of resistance. Just sort of had to shake or fight off that part of me that I'm very familiar with. So that's all. If you could relate, it's just a part of life that we constantly have to deal with from time to time. You heard? Let's get this money. But I want to say about that though, right? Because, so, to make my point, my attitude was negative this morning. slightly. And then when I came out in society, I was taking care of a few things and, you know, crossing paths with, and nobody would know it. You know, I got so much better with it though in terms of how I deal with it. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, when I was saying, you know, we control how we respond, how we cope, how we receive, you know, the things outside of us along with what we deal with on the inside, right? Because what goes on the inside, whether we're in a good mood or a bad mood, really determines the outcome of our day, how we treat others, how we, you know, how we focus on the things we need to focus on. So I'm saying that to say the day started off a certain way for me today, but then I turned it around in a 180. So I feel much better. The sun is out. Another glorious day, I might add. So let me just make that clear, okay? But again, I'm also saying at the same time, I'm so grateful that I have grown to where I'm able to identify with what I'm dealing with and what I need to do in terms of eradicating that frequency in which I really don't want to be present, you know what I'm saying, within me. Let's get this money, y'all. So far we doing these dips and push-ups. Like I said, I had an upper body craving this week, you know? Let's get it. You know what I mean? So let me get this money. I don't want to. Nice. Thank you, Book. Appreciate you. But I did really want to come to this park, so I was just really you know, debating if I should come get this money because the body was just like, yo, I gotta get to this. The body was saying to the mind, I gotta get to that fitness arena that you take me to. You know, that's what the body was saying to me. You know, my body talked to my mind. And again, I love this fitness. I had an upper body craving. Again, I ain't do legs all week. And they still up, y'all. I ain't miss a beat. Legs are still up. Again, because when you overall fit, let's get this money. 1 week and not doing legs, especially when you so consistent in doing your workouts. And if you're not totally doing something that is gonna compromise your gains and results in terms of just taking a 6-month break or just being completely sedentary and eating, a bunch of nonsense or what have you, or start smoking and drinking obsessively, you're not gonna lose nothing so rapidly. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen that way. You heard? Another glorious day, y'all. Like I said, I turned my day around. It started off with the resistance, and I embraced that too. Let's get it. My country, Turkey. Shout out to Turkey, y'all. Book is in the building. We got Turkey in the building. Let me know your city, state, county, country, wherever you at. Let me know. Shout it out. You know what I mean? Let me shout you out. Yo, Book, I appreciate you for being in the chat. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Book. But you spelling English well. I'm not sure. I know we live in a day and time where, you know, we could utilize the intelligence of these computer networks and things as such to give us the ability to communicate. Yo, Books, shout out to Turkey. Let's get this money, y'all. Another glorious day. It's beautiful out here. I like your videos. Evening with us. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Book. You like my videos, I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm able to provide content that you can enjoy. So, yeah, man. Or she, I'm not sure, but I appreciate your interest, your participation. Salute the Book, y'all. Book told me he like my videos. I don't take that lightly. It's a beautiful Sunday evening. We're getting to this money, y'all. So yesterday I went live yesterday. I did push-ups yesterday also. I don't understand what you say. It's okay, but I know that you present. Wear seat. Hey, 7, do you cook your own meals? Do you follow a meal plan? I do cook my own meals. Wear seat. Salute to Wear seat. I do. I definitely do. I'm a man that knows how to cook, you know, and definitely provide himself with the proper nourishment. Do I plan out a meal in particular throughout the week in terms of having a particular meal set for each day? No, I don't. However, I eat a lot of the same foods though, Wear seat. Salute. I eat a lot of the same foods though, might I add. Word. But yeah, I do a lot of my own meal prepping and cooking for myself. Yes. Ah. Oh, book said I'm 10 years old. Okay. You young. 10 years old. You young. Extremely young. Yeah, it's important. I feel like everybody should be able to cook for themselves. I mean, that's a big part of really staying and I'm glad you brought that up, where see, it's very important that we're able to provide for ourselves in terms of cooking our own meals, you know? It's very important because, again, we are the deciding factor of what is best for us and what we are able to monitor in terms of sodium, sugar, and things that, really could plague one's health.
You need salt though, bro.
That's
Salt
what's up.
is cheap intracellular electrolyte.
I got you, God. Good looking, God. Peace, peace. How you? You all ready? For sure.
Good to see you, bro.
Likewise, you all ready?
Yeah, word.
Yeah, holla at me. You heard? Understanding?
Yeah, word.
Well, come over here. You want to work out?
Can't.
Why? All right. All right, I got you.
Okay, I'll tell you next time I see you.
Yeah. For sure. How you though?
I'm great. Life is good.
I know that's right. I'm glad to see you. You heard?
Yup.
Much love. You already know. Understanding?
Yup. Peace, bro.
Peace. Hey, yo, understanding. Come here real quick, right? Real quick.
Yeah.
Yo, pardon me, y'all. All right, so where's Seep? We're going to talk about that. But I want to say this, though. You hear me?
Yeah.
I just told them so, God.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I already told them so. You heard?
Yeah.
But that's real.
Yeah.
We're going to holler. I got you, man.
Yeah. You know what it is, though? We have to be careful what kind of salt we use.
Right.
So the best salt to use is Celtic salt.
I got you.
Celtic salt has 99
Celtic
minerals.
salt.
Celtic salt has 99 minerals.
All right.
And it's actually good for you.
Yeah.
But it's that table salt that's bad for you because it's ultra processed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I be in the health and nutrition heavy.
I know you do.
You know what I'm saying?
I know you do.
Word. I was happy to see you. I heard your voice. I'm like, yo, is that Half?
Yeah.
I was just happy.
You know my voice,
Bro,
understanding?
this mine. I knew you since you was how old? Bro, like 6? I knew you since you was like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I knew you from anywhere, bro. Word. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
Yup. Word. Yeah, I just had a major operation, you know what I'm saying? So I can't work out. I just got out the hospital like 2 weeks ago.
All right, I'm glad you're doing good. You feel good, though?
Yeah, I feel great. Life is amazing, you heard?
Okay. Yes, it is.
Just doing my walk.
Okay,
I
fam.
won too.
For sure. For real. Word. I'm very glad to see you. You hear me?
Yeah, you too. Always.
All the time, fam.
Yup, peace.
Peace. Where see, when you said you weak in that area as far as preparing your own meals, you can start with basics too, where see, and a lot of it is fairly simple. Even when it comes to the vegetables, right? For example, the vegetables. So like the frozen vegetables, you can just simply steam it, put it in the pot, put the fire on a very, very, very low temperature. If you got an electric stove, gas stove, just be mindful. Keep it on a very, very low temperature, extremely. Cover the top. I'm just saying, that's just one example. And steam up those vegetables. Don't overcook it. Don't over steam it. Steam them up nice. You know what I'm saying? Prepare you a sweet potato. Throw that in the oven for, if you eat sweet potato, I'm just saying, throw that in the oven. There's so many basic ways that give us great benefits, so it's beyond basic also, I don't want to just, Yes, indeed. Yeah, steaming is very good. You know, you just don't want to oversteam it. So yeah, where sheep start with the basics, and as you gradually, you know, become better at doing those things, then you start adding additions, you know, even with the meats. You know what I'm saying? You'll know when it's cooked well. And then another thing too, let's utilize and take advantage of social media, you know, things of such that really give us some, you know, strong points of reference to help us get started. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I tell you this though, we all wear a seat. All of us are, you know, are struggling or are weak in certain areas. But again, the beautiful thing is that if we take the necessary steps and become stronger in those areas. That's good. I'm looking to cut weight. Fasting is something I'll begin as well. Right. It's a good way because, again, fasting is what? It contributes to one developing the discipline, right? Overall, it's a lifestyle. So how I look at fasting, it contributes to one's discipline throughout their life. So it's one of the greatest indications of, okay, if I can go a certain amount of time of refraining from whatever that may be, then I know that I can do that even without me pertaining it to an actual fast itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's good. Yeah, let's get this money, y'all. But like I said, though, where see, you know, we start with the basics. Even with fasting, some people can't fast 30 days. Some people can't fast for 2 weeks. We start with a day. We start with 2 days. We start with 3. We, again, we develop the discipline. We develop the strength in order to, you know, put more on ourselves as we become stronger. Yeah, y'all, them upper body cravings. Intermediate fasting, that too, right? But again, you know, fasting is a form of refraining from, you know, to do without. And again, along with the discipline, it reassures us that we're able to function and operate or even do better, perform better without the things that we feel we need or what we're used to doing. You see what I'm saying? So it contributes to breaking bad habits, you know? It contributes to, you know, eradicating addiction. And that's, again, this is what we're struggling with every day. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Because again, so excuse me, the beginning of the video, I was talking about my day started off with a great deal of resistance, meaning my mind was in, sort of was sort of in a negative state, So I had to, shake that off. You know what I'm saying? I had to get rid of that. And my day turned out better. So I had to fast from the negative thoughts I cut off my phone. I went about my day and pretty much drove in the car in silence. And that helped me out a great deal. So I would contribute that as a moment of fasting, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So again, every day we working on ourselves. And as I always mention, it goes beyond fitness. It's more aspects to life. It's more aspects to fitness. It's more aspects to life than just fitness. You know what I'm saying? It's more aspects to fitness than just a workout physically. You know what I'm saying? Fitness pertains to being fit mentally. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got this, like I mentioned, y'all, you seen the title. I got these upper body cravings, y'all. So this entire week it's just been upper body, and I'm feeding it. I'm giving the body what it wants. I didn't do legs this week. I'm all right. Still feel fantastic, still feel sturdy, you know what I'm saying? But I just been focusing on the upper body this week and been enjoying it. Yesterday I did push-ups. I did pull-ups yesterday. The day before that I did pull-ups. The middle of the week I did pull-ups. It's just been one of those weeks. And things happen this way sometimes for me because I tell you, next week I got a feeling my legs is going to be demanding all the attention. That's how it be working for me at times. So this ain't nothing new. I woke up like that as well this morning. I never thought about fasting thoughts. Good way to put it. Yes, indeed. Yes. We had to fast our thoughts, brother, because, the mind is very powerful. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the mind itself. We're talking about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. We got so much going on in our subconscious mind that may not necessarily be on the forefront of our conscious mind, right? Because our subconscious mind is the mind that we're not. So the subconscious mind is the mind that's controlling things that we can't even keep up with, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of stuff. So the subconscious mind harbors, tragic events. The subconscious mind controls our living body, if you will, right? When we're talking about our lungs breathing, we're not consciously, I'm taking each breath, we just do it. And that's the subconscious mind controlling the body to live, if you will. You know what I'm saying? To simplify it, at this moment. But you get my point. I have a small chat group where we do push-ups and squats a day to keep the discipline. That's a beautiful thing, right? Because again, you holding each other accountable. You're giving each other a responsibility to show up. That's what you're doing. And again, the subconscious mind is controlling the reality of the unseen for us, right? So even though we may not, again, be consciously thinking about something on the forefront of our conscious mind, the subconscious has so many different things that still are harbored in that space. You know what I'm saying? For real. Again, our past experiences, whether it was tragic, whether it was enjoyment, excitement, childhood, memories, all that. The subconscious mind harbors that. But there is a such thing as, you know, I was reprogramming ourselves and stuff. So we have to constantly pour into self. You know what I'm saying? To help assist the subconscious mind by way of our conscious mind of doing the things that are going to help us be in a better space each day, for the most part, as much as we can help it. Yeah, man, the subconscious mind definitely affects us in ways we may not understand. That's a fact. But the thing is, us being conscious and knowing how the subconscious mind operates, we know how to, tap into the subconscious mind. We know how to assist it, if you will, by way of the things that we partake in terms of people, places, and things, what we listen to, even our physical health. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it all it's all relative in our existence. Even beyond the physical. I don't want to, go all the way into that realm of, you know what I'm saying? But you get my point. Yes, it all is relative. It all makes up who we are before we even knew we arrived here. You feel me? Yeah, I'm feeling them dips today. One of my previous lives, I wasn't feeling them dips. I'm feeling them dips today. Wow. So far it's dips and push-ups, y'all. Again, that upper body craving. And yeah, where it seeps. So, like I told you, cut the radio off. I was running around doing errands today, taking care of certain things. So, throughout my, moving about, yeah, I was in silence in the car. And just, as I'm, of course, focused on the road, I'm paying attention. I'm just silent, getting my thoughts together, And before I enter the department store, the grocery store, and things as such, I already know. I said, hold on. I'm responsible for, again, how I let things affect me. People not being mindful, getting in your way, people cutting you off on the road. All these different things, have an impact on us, whether we want to acknowledge it, but, we see it all day, how people are very inconsiderate of others. And I've been there. I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? But, we got to deal with that in society. So, again, we got to work on what's going on the inside so we could be, at peace within the noise. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. So even with this push and pull, y'all, I feel fantastic. You know what I'm saying? So it's still, even though I did push-ups yesterday, I didn't do dips, but it's still a workout, you know? Oh, with that being said, with calisthenics, one thing about calisthenics is that you could, keep it on the eye. For me, I could do it back to back, the same body part. So yesterday I did it on the flat surface with the with the push-ups. And today I hitting the push-up bar. So it's a slight switch up with the as far as using the push-up bar compared to the flat surface. Slight difference. But it's still hitting the chest, targeting that area, of course. Yeah, man, but it's very important, our mental health. And I know we hear that a lot nowadays in terms of that actually being a topic of discussion and, a point of where why society operates the way it does in terms of, human behaviors. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So still in all, it's a very important subject. And yeah, it's something that needs to be worked on daily just as much as the physical. Praying and talking to God helps me as well. Wear a seat, man. Listen, that's what's up. We all have what it is, in terms of a higher power, a place higher than ourselves that we seek guidance, that we seek, that peace within. Again, so. When we talking about that, again, you're still working on your mental health. You're in a way of where you're admitting to yourself that you do, rely on that outside source of a higher power to give you the guidance, to give you the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of how to deal and cope with life, and to receive what it is you ask for or expect, so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, you got a conscience, and so that's what that pertains to too. You got a conscience, and you want to keep that as clear as possible, or fight off the things that will have an effect on your conscience, right? Bad habits. Whatever the case may be, so yeah. Not just bad behavior, you know what I mean? Or I don't, I don't want to say good or bad, because, we know what we're dealing with on the inside, for sure. That's one thing I could say, for us who do got something to identify with in terms of why we do what we do or act the way we act. You know, that's I try to work on my spirit, man, and physical, man, something that never gets easy. Nah, it don't get easy, nah. But we do become stronger. So it's not it doesn't become easy per se because, until, every waking day we'll be faced with some form of challenge, most certainly. Some days are easier than others, but again, when we're constantly pouring into self with the things that are going to push us further to the space we want to be in, and that space meaning our mindset, right? Because the things that's going on the outside of us do have an impact on what's going on inside. Dealing with people. That's one of the main challenges, okay? Right? Different opinions, different everything. So we're dealing with so many personalities. It's a lot going on in the world. We're seeing all sorts of different dynamics of this human existence of which we all have to be a company to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it doesn't get we will just have more day. We'll have more days that are easier than others and some more challenging than others. But it's still worth the fight. It still contributes to purpose in the sense of we have the responsibility to do the next best thing, take the next best route in order to arrive back or to keep ourselves centered again in that space of where we would like to be in that state of peace, even within the storm. Once we leave our front door, we don't know what we're up against. And that's a fact. And that goes for all of us. You know what I mean? So we all, I don't want to say all of us because, I definitely was on that path of crashing out many a time. So we just, for those who appreciate life, our families, and, you will want to make it home every day. Yeah, we want to make it home every day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But again, it goes back to like what I said today, when my day started off in the way that it did and I turned it around and I feel so much better. And the reason why I feel better is because the ability I possess in order for me to bring about that necessary change within my day. And then it prepares me for tomorrow, because then I could fall back on, okay, yesterday, or I know from experience, this helps me out a great deal in terms of how I deal with myself first and then everything that's going on outside of me. Facts. Yeah, where sheep is real out here. We all know what's going on. We got all kind of, you go on social media, the news, bro, I ain't even have to mention it. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, for every waking day, and if we're in a state of peace, meaning if we could wake up and go to our place of business, our job, to be able to focus on the things that we need to do to provide for our family, enjoy our family, and this, that, and the third, and, with the things that we can't take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean too. So we have to remain in a state of being grateful, even when we feel like the worst. You know what I'm saying? So without rain, there would be no sunshine. So we need a little rain too. So embrace the rain. But the rain brings about, great, new beginnings of life each and every season, right? Darkness, some of the greatest things come out of darkness, right? When the seed is planted, our food grows in darkness. So, you know, we got to keep things in a proper perspective. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep things in a proper perspective, you know, and that's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff that the other day I was in the supermarket, this big dude too, and I was grabbing something off the shelf and he like, guess he wasn't paying attention, but he like got in my way. It was just no acknowledgement of me being present, and it annoyed me. Right? It annoyed me. And for a split second, I was like, yo, fam, you know, to try to get his attention, like, you know, just be mindful of me already being where I'm at, and you just like trying to wiggle through without. But then I paid attention for that moment in time too, and I'm like, damn, he really is you know, not even paying attention. I just let it go though, and again, I felt so much better because, so with that being said, there was a time where I really would have addressed that situation. And even in the supermarket, things can get ugly, real ugly. I don't know this dude background, but I let it go because you know why? My day was going great. And these are the things that try to take us off track. I let it go. And I felt so much better because, again, I was responsible for, how I responded to that. Even though I was like, yo, fam. And once I seen that he wasn't even acknowledging that, now, see, this is the thing. I removed myself. Like, let me take a few steps away. And then he was gone. That's how you got to do that. Let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you got to starve the BS. You see? You know what I'm saying? We got to starve the BS. You know, we're going to get tested. You know, you could be having the best day. And those are the times where things will creep up on you. So don't sleep. Even though you're having a good day, still got to be centered. All right, now, I'm not too in a joyful mood to be unaware that the world ain't on this frequency. You know, because the man next to you may be going through a world of hell. Where, see, you are a good man for letting that go. Absolutely. And you know what? I went on with my day. My day was successful. I got the things done that I needed to get done. You see what I'm saying? And also, see, the thing is this though, where, see, I am an individual that gave my power away constantly. Thinking I gotta address every situation that I feel is a violation. DT, what's up, my brother? DT, what up? Salute to DT. I'm just getting this push and pull. Excuse me. Let me correct that. I'm getting this push money. As you see in the topic of the title, I got a huge upper body appetite this week. I ain't hit no legs this week, you heard? But they still up. I ain't hit no legs this week, so I've been having such an upper body craving, and I'm just feeding it, for real. Oh, from Korea. Salute to Korea, DT, that's what's up. Let's get this money. Let's get this money, y'all. Yo, salute to Korea. Salute to everybody in the chat. Yo, where's Seek? Salute to PA. You know I know where you reside. You know? Salute to PA. Salute to Korea. You know what I'm saying? Word. Getting this push money. Yeah, where Seek? Yes, indeed. Starve the BS. That's why I made that previous video where Seek. We gotta starve the things. And what I mean starve is that it don't go away. Starving is, yeah, things die off. Right? Now, of course, if you starve yourself to a point of where, excuse me, you can starve yourself out of life. But what I'm saying is, we gotta starve the very things that don't do us no good. And what I mean by starve, right? We gotta starve those habits, meaning the temptation, those things that we're used to doing that aren't good for us. We gotta starve those thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It start as a thought, and then it manifests itself into the actual action, right? So if you in the house, you got a case of beer, that leftover wedding cake, and I'm just saying, right? Certain things are available to you. We gotta starve it, meaning we gotta starve the thought, because we could talk ourselves into doing things. We could convince ourselves to, just this one time, and after this I won't do it again. But when we starve it, again, starving is fasting in a sense, because I am going against the resistance of what the flesh is demanding, that I know, the mind knows it's not gonna do you no good. You heard? Yeah, let's get this money, y'all. We're gonna talk about it, you feel me? Because I don't care if a person got a mindset where they feel like they don't care. You still in this world dealing with some form of, or many forms of resistance, whether you want to or like it or not. That's a fact. Recently, I'm having challenges with daily workouts. Where do you get the motivation? Well, first, I'm gonna tell you this. This is, fitness is something that happens to be what I love to do. And what motivates me to simplify it, the results I get from it. And what I mean by the results I get from it, so when it comes to fitness, this is a space where, again, it helps my mindset. It gives me a place to get rid of again, those that unwanted energy. And then the results. I feel better. I look better. So the motivation that I receive is all of what I gain from the results of physically, mentally, spiritually, right? Because after I get a good workout in, now I want to settle down and read a book. You know, so that's just me. I'm keeping it on the eye. So motivation is like, motivation is temporary, but, you know, discipline, because, hold on, let me get this right. Motivation is temporary. It's you know, you could be motivated and not act on it, you know? So we have to take action. The motivation comes from the action taken, is what I can give you on that, DT. So that's where my motivation comes from, is the action and then the results. And I love the results that I gain. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my motivation comes from. My motivation comes from my action, the results, and then it confirms to myself that this works for me and gives me fulfillment. I am Kim Jong. How you doing? Salute to everybody in the chat, y'all. Let's get this money. Salute to everybody in the chat. See, so my motivation comes from the action, the results, and then the confirmation of the decision that I made brought me the fulfillment that I received, and then I want more of it, you know, and again, because every day we are seeking, pardon me, every day we are seeking purpose throughout our day, whatever that purpose is for you. And we're trying to find that fulfillment. Let's get this money. Whether negative or positive, you know what I'm saying? And fitness is not always positive. Let's get this money, y'all. Fitness is not always positive. Let me make mention of that too. I don't want to leave that out, because I do, you know, fitness, what I mean is this though. You know, people get bored with it. Not everybody is into it, and that's okay. You know, it's a very necessary way of life that we should all partake in, right? For the betterment of our survival, our existence, right? But fitness is not always positive. Because what I'm saying is this: you got people that look fantastic, who are very strong, but that doesn't mean that they necessarily treat others with respect, right? Fitness is not always positive in the sense of people do get injured, people give up, people get discouraged. So, you know, that's what I mean by it's not positive in the sense of how many people receive what fitness is doing for them, or that experience that they're receiving from doing such activity, right? So, and in fitness, you know, you have people that are, you know, it could be very vain, right? It's a lot of vanity, you know. However, you know, as they say, God giveth, God taketh away. You know what I'm saying? So we want to be grateful that we're able to do what we do in terms of our physical bodies. You know, some people aren't fortunate, you know. So what I'm saying is this, though, right? We have to be appreciative to be able to, you know, partake in fitness, you know, in general. But yeah, fitness could be not so positive for a lot of people. You know, people do things in fitness in terms of you know, doing things to enhance their bodies that down the long run, you know, will cause you more harm than good. And that's a fact. Let's get it. Stan, let's get started. What up? Salute to everybody in the chat. Thanks, my man. Appreciate all of it. By the way, that North Korean dude trolling. Oh, word? I ain't tripping off of that trolling. Let me tell you something. Yo, I got an interesting background, you hear me? All that trolling, if somebody asks a question, you know I'm going to answer it. I ain't tripping off of no trolling. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm quite sure a lot of people, I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I've been places and seen things, and you know, look at what's going on all around us. So if they want to troll, they can troll. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off of none of that. For real. And that again, we gotta be one with ourselves. So I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the fire and came out on top. See, I ain't gonna come on here and be, you know, all macho and all. I ain't gotta do none of that. But yeah, if he was though, I mean, it is what it is. You know, we out here getting this money. And then even with that being said, one thing about my channel, you know, it's so much that a person, whether they trolling or criticizing, it's a lot they can say about mine. But you know what? I know what I know what to expect from all that, and I ain't concerned with that. That's why I get on the camera and do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I've been criticized since I was a child. I've been ostracized, criticized. You know what I'm saying? All that, bullied, all that. And I fought my way back to the reins of supremacy within myself. And when I say that, to get back in the space of where I could be able to experience that victory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more victorious than not. Believe that. Like I said in the title, y'all, this is a huge upper body appetite. I've been feeding it all week. I feel better than I did yesterday though. When I did that live yesterday, I wasn't 100%. Today I feel more 98% than I did yesterday. I feel more better than I did yesterday. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't tripping off of none of that. I walked out of, I'm just saying, being that you mentioned about trolling and all, let me tell you, when you've been through the fire, for those who are familiar with that, being able to be victorious, we ain't tripping off of none of that. I walked out of Clinton, Dannemora. I walked out of Clinton, Maine, upstate New York. I came home from Sing Sing. And listen, it ain't even about jail. And that's one thing, see, and I mentioned that, not on no tough guy, not on no tough guy type time, but I say that to say this. Anybody who's been through the fire, prior to, even with my arm, y'all, come on, look at that. Understand what you're witnessing. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't even close my, lost 100% mobility in my arm. They took the artery out my leg. And I'm out here doing this, what I'm doing. Grateful. When you've been through the fire, when you victorious, let's get this money. Come on. Shout out to the single parents, the single mothers and fathers who got to deal with their kids' issues and problems and still got to go to work, still got to go to their business, still got to do what they got to do to make a living. We ain't worried about no trolls out here. We're talking about people in real life with real issues who victorious each and every day because they refuse to give up. And they willing and they got all the strength to show up. Let's get this money. We doing a huge push workout today. A upper body workout. You heard? Let's get this money. Let me change this. Let me change this around. Let me come over here, y'all. I like this over here. Let's get this money. Worried about no naysayers and no criticize. Come on. I ain't got nothing to hide, you heard? Let's go. Yeah, I say that to say, I've been through the fire. And that's why I do what I do to prepare me for whatever I don't know. Life is very unpredictable. So we better stay in a space of being grateful. Believe that. You know what I'm saying? You got all sorts of things going on in the world. You got little children battling cancer. You got all kind of situations that people are dealing with, and they're displaying some of the most greatest amounts of strength beyond the physical. You know what I mean? This is a good thing with all the working out and all that, but let's big up the people who got that inner strength to get through so much more that requires more of a mental fortitude. Straight up. See what I'm saying? Straight. Shout out to them people who was battling severe drug addiction and been sober 30, 40, 50 years and never went back on crack cocaine and heroin and all of that. That type of strength. Where they refuse to let that form of a devil get the best of them. There's so many aspects to life beyond the physical strength. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna always make mention of that. Because not everybody work out either. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people that don't work out and have some of the strongest minds compared to somebody who work out on a regular. The minute something go wrong or things seem to be falling apart for that person to work out, what happens? All that working out go out the window. All that working out start to fail, right? We got to be able to work out through the storm. We still got to be able to show up. We got to work out when things are just not all good. You know what I mean? Word. But yeah, y'all. So that's what I'm saying. Be grateful. Appreciate this life. Give those a break for a second. You already know. It's for real out here. People going bankrupt, losing their job, all that, and still recovering, bouncing back. But anyway, I just had to go on a little rant about that, you know? You know, all this fitness thing, yeah, it's physical. But the mental, you know what I'm saying? You see it on the internet all the time, you know, fit individuals, things happen. So be grateful. And I gotta tell myself that from time to time again. Hold on, put the brakes on, put things back in its proper perspective, be grateful. You see what I'm saying? If this is all I gotta deal with, so be it. Right? Sometimes we gotta, not even sometimes, we have to reassure ourselves, this is temporary. Whatever that hardship, challenge, adversity. Let's get this money, y'all. What I was doing these dips. I might do something a little different. Yeah, but like I was saying in the as you see the title, I had a huge appetite for the upper body this week. Wow. This week I didn't do no burpees. Did I? I'm trying to remember. Like I said, I do so much working out. I be having to backtrack and remember what I did because it's just such a way of life for me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's wow. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I wanted to say this too. Back to the previous conversation with Where's Seep in the chat. I want to add on to that real quick as far as meal preparation. I eat a lot of the same foods, and I know that's kind of boring to a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? But that's what works for me, and I'm just wired that way where I can eat the same things and really enjoy it like it's something different. But that benefits me. It helps me out a lot too. But I'm the type of person that I will try new things and such and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Of course, within the food groups that I prefer. But yeah, I eat a lot of the same foods. I forgot to mention that. Oh, I did mention that, but I didn't really, you know, get into that fully. But yeah, I eat a lot of the same foods, and again, that's what works for me. More so in regards of me not eating things that are more unhealthy, or the, basically consistency. I'm just wired that way, and so yeah, that helps me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money. Yeah, this was an excellent workout. Even though I was doing two of the same, even though I was doing just two different exercises, the dips and the push-ups, I feel great. For real, yeah, I eat a lot of the same foods though. But I switch it up though in terms of, my vegetables and stuff like that, of course. But what I say, more so of the same foods, like, the ground turkey, fish, stuff like that. I don't eat pork. I rarely eat beef. Once in a while I have some beef. Again, I mentioned in previous videos, at one point, at one time in my life, I went without eating beef for like 8 years straight. And then about in 2019, I started indulging. But yeah, I eat the same foods in terms of, the fish, ground turkey, chicken. But I switch it up with my veggies. So I eat Brussels sprouts. I eat okra. I eat mixed veggies, green beans. I lima beans. Eat beans in general, lentils, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make mention of that too. So I do switch it up. It's not that I just eat the same thing, and so more so the switch up is the veggies that I combine with the meat protein sources. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's real in the field. That's why, as I mentioned, or you see in the title, got to keep my mind right. All of us do. One way or another, things affect us or have an impact. And it's up to us to cope, process, perceive things in a way that is going to keep us in a healthier mental space. Walk with me. Salute to everybody in the chat. Much gratitude being in the building today. Let me get some more of this push-up money. But yeah, you know, like I was mentioning early in the video, you know what I'm saying? Our subconscious and conscious mind, you know, again, our mindset, you know, our operating system of our existence and how we respond to life is very important. Very important. Yeah, this is a nice routine today, y'all. Let me get this dip money. I thought I wanted to push off the, get the push-ups in. Beautiful money. We gotta pour into self to deal with everything, all the noise on the outside, y'all. Absolutely. You know what? Let me get a different angle. Let me get this angle over here. Yeah, definitely feeling much better than I did yesterday when I did that yesterday live, y'all. Yeah, shout out to all of those who walked through the fire of challenges, of the things that tried to take you to places where some people never come back in terms of the adversity of life. Shout out to those who was able to tap into their victorious spirit and overcome whatever it is that attempted to get the best of them. Shout out to those people. Shout out to the people who not blaming the world and other people for their shortcomings. Shout out to those who take self-accountability. Shout out to those who appreciate life. Shout out to those who ain't trying to, or who don't want to crash out, as they say, crashing out by way of making a poor decision Let's go. When I have this discussion on this camera, and when I'm dealing with myself in silence, when I'm by myself, I gotta take my own advice. I don't enter the building and to tell other people how to do and live their life. But what I do is I just, share my perspective on certain things. And, we may or may not be able to relate or to agree, and that's fine. But somewhere along the lines, there's a lot of similarities with this human experience. Let's get it. Straight up. Wear a seat. Double-edged sword. Right. Yep. That's what life, yeah. You could put it that way. Definitely. Like I said, every day, every waking day, when we leave our residence, we don't know what we're gonna face. But with that being said, we're gonna definitely approach every day with the mindset of optimism, to be optimistic about how our day is going to go. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So we not, that's one thing. We're gonna refrain from fear, anxiety, stress. It ain't easy, but it happens. But we're gonna seek solution, to overcome. So we could be in a victorious state of existence. Yeah, these dips feel great today, y'all. Wow. The yin and the yang of life. Let me tell y'all something. I got a friend of mine. Call him a friend because he's a good dude. And we don't hang out. I work out with him time to time. So this person I'm mentioning, he may be a little older than me. So some years ago, and I mentioned this on my channel, but I'm gonna say it again. He had a severe stroke where he had to learn how to walk again. So I had a friend of mine, or you know, a good dude of mine. Consider him a friend, got, you know, whatever. But he had a stroke. He had to learn how to walk again. I saw him in that state of being so vulnerable, taking baby steps. He was with a family member walking into the grocery store. And let's get this money while I tell you this. And to this day, and for quite some time now, I even got him on my channel. If you look at my shorts, he got a red t-shirt on, and he benches 20 reps of the 225. He benches 20 reps of the 225. This man had a stroke where he had to learn how to walk again, y'all. So I'm witnessing people who are like him with that victorious mindset, who got back in the gym. And this man is benching 315 pounds and more. He's repping out 225 pounds 20 times. He's repping out 225 pounds. Unbelievable. You would never know that he had such a tragic experience with having a stroke. Yeah, so, you know, and that's the thing, you know, for the people who deal with real issues in life, not just for you, but people that you've seen, that you know, who've overcome some very, very uncertain adversities that seem impossible to overcome and have done it. That's what I'm here to share with you today as well. So again, my brother who I know, not my biological brother, but a brother in fitness, a brother that I've known for many years. We grew up in the same community, in the same hood. He had a stroke where he had to learn to walk again. Not only that, it's another person I know. He's older than me. This other person I know who watched me grow up. He had a stroke. I didn't know that until I ran into him in this park. I ran into him in this very park that I'm working out in, and he was jogging. He was doing jumping jacks. And he shared with me that was his experience, and that's what he was overcoming, and that's what drove him to do what he was doing when I seen him exercising, because he wanted to live. You see what I'm saying? So in real life, you know, that we could appreciate and be inspired and to be able to even take away or to gain strength from those who we witness overcome such adversity, challenges with great strength. Word is bomb. Let's get this money, y'all. I know dudes that didn't make it out the penitentiary. Listen, you know what I mean? I can get into all of that. You see what I'm saying? But this ain't about getting into a whole thing about jail, but I just know so much. I've been around the block many a time. Let's get this money. Give those a break for a second. Let me get back to that. That sun's starting to go down. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So again, when we see what's going on, especially the things that could have been easily a circumstance that could have got the best of us, my point is saying all of this. Be grateful. And I'm talking to myself, like I said, y'all. As I share with you through this dialogue. Because I still get words of encouragement. I still get support. And what I mean is the very people who come in my chat, the very people who are subscribed to me, the very people who give me feedback, y'all encourage me as well. This is like, come on. This ain't something that I take lightly. You see what I'm saying? So we strengthen each other with the wise word. Let's get this money, y'all. For real, for real. Let me back this up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Word up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know, I be checking out YouTube like anybody else. You know, it's a lot of great information. Again, when we talking about bettering oneself or the things that we consume, it's not just what we eat, it's what we listening to, what we watching. You already know. Let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? So, and that have an impact. Whether negative or positive. You dig? Where Seep, I appreciate you as well. And you know, again, I'm not too proud to share these things. You see what I'm saying? It ain't, you know, because again, when you one with yourself, when you real with yourself, you're not worried about looked at in a certain light. However, you know what I'm saying? At least for me, I'm gonna keep it on the eye. I do want to be. See, I can't control how a person thinks of me. But I care what people think, but then I don't care what people think. And when I say I care what people think is because when we're talking about integrity, being a man of your word, showing up, responsible and all these things, yes, you know, I would like for somebody to appreciate the qualities in which of those represent the best of me. But then do I care about what they think in terms of how I dress and other things? You know what I mean? No, I don't care. I care and then I don't care at the same time. But yeah, I do, you know what I'm saying? it matters to me in terms of the way I represent myself as a man. That's a fact. Because you want people to take you serious, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, or one should want people to take them serious. But yeah, y'all, yeah, that's enough for tonight with that. I did that was a great workout too. And again, you know, back to that, I had a huge, this is Sunday, y'all, so I had a huge appetite this entire week, as I mentioned in the title of the video, of doing this upper body. And I really finished off this week, and I think I satisfied that appetite, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, so job well done on my part. Another week ahead of me, ahead of us. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, take it one day at a time, y'all. Again. And I'm keeping it on the eye. You know, this pertains to me. You know, take it a day at a time, a moment at a time. You know, exercise patience. I still got to exercise. Sometimes I get a little impatient on the road and I want to go around people. Not, you know, I'm not even a person that drive fast, but, you know, with that being said, you know, those are points of where we can exercise, you know, those characteristics that we need work on, such as patience, talking less, whatever it may be that, you know, could be some improvement a day at a time. And, you know, and things are gradually improve. You feel me? But yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? It was a great workout. I'll be going live this week. You know, I got a lot going on, and more positive than anything. You know, when you hear and able to go forward with your purpose, be grateful for having that ability to do so, y'all. And yeah, you know, ain't much more to say right now, but we're gonna have further dialogue and up and coming lives, you heard? With that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next go around. Yo, I'm out of here. Word up. Peace. Catch you on the next go around.